Hello, Year 4. Happy Friday. We've made it through our first week of remote learning. Sorry I don't have my Christmas jumper on. I couldn't find it, but I will dig it out ready for next week. And I'll also have a special character, Gary the Gonk, with me to help me with my lessons as well. Hopefully, some of you managed to speak to Mr. Needs yesterday, and some of you, again, listen out for the phone, and you'll be speaking to him today at some point, just as a quick catch-up, see how you're getting on. So, in English, we are going to be focusing on, I'm just sharing my screen with you, the remainder of our planning. So, sorry, it just froze a little bit there. As a quick starter, can we, for the final time this week, focus on 3 of these words and put them into a sentence in your neatest joined handwriting? Try and choose words that you haven't already used this week. So today we will be finishing our plans. We'll be focusing on the final 2 subheadings and also a did you know section. So you get to be really creative with a few of your facts there. Hopefully a couple of funny ones in there for me to read. So can you please, first of all, look back at yesterday's planning and choose 2 adjectives and 2 verbs to improve. So for me, I might have the spectravload jumps. I might improve that verb to hurdles. A big belly, that adjective might be upscaled to an enormous belly, the size of 3 exercise balls. Okay, so can you please do that? Freeze the screen and then rejoin me on the next slide. Excuse me. So today we are planning subheading 3, which is focusing on the habitat. So whereabouts your flanimal lives. It may be on Earth, it may be out of space, it may be in a cave, it may be in a jungle. It's entirely up to you. Subheading 4, the diet. We're not going to put our flanimal on a diet. Diet refers to what exactly it hunts and what hunts your flanimal. Or perhaps nothing hunts your flanimal. Maybe it's an apex predator. Finally, we'll have our did you know facts. You can try to do this independently if you want to, but I've also given you some examples on the next slides. So subheading 3, I've kept it fairly simple. We're just going to use, again, 4 or 5 bullet points for each subheading and did you know facts. So where would you find a spectacular spectravload? I've used alliteration in there just to make it a little bit more exciting. Furthest planet from Earth. I mentioned that planet earlier on, if you can think back to there. Never visit the planet's capital. That should be planet, not planties. Hidden away in caves and sometimes found on high land and in trees when hunting. So mine's fairly simple. See if yours can be a little bit more descriptive than what mine is. But again, just 4 or 5 bullet points. For the diet, I would say you're looking at maybe 2 bullet points to describe what it hunts and 2 bullet points to describe what hunts your flanimal. So have a read over the slide. I've got some small noun phrases like fussy eaters. I have, as a last resort, they will squash squishatrons and drink their blood to stay alive. Their blood tastes like blended cockroaches. They are hunted by the scariest, inescapable, most ferocious creatures in the solar system, Urborgs. 1 droplet of snot is enough to wipe out 12 million spectravloads. So that's called hyperbole, that's exaggeration. 1 drop of snot for 12 million flanimals. That's particularly effective as an exaggerated fact. So see if you can get one that seems a little bit silly and unrealistic in there. Finally, did you know? I've got 4 facts here. I would like you to try and plan for at least 3. try and use some figures in there like 79% off or over 100,000. Try and get some specific numbers in there. For example, I have got, they are made up of 17 different colors, but on their planet, they are simply known as the color sprinkle dust. So we don't have that color, but on their planet, that's what they call it. At the bottom, when they bounce on their bellies, an earthquake happens and rain jumps upwards and hits the planet Mars. So again, it's just flipping things on its head to make it a little bit more interesting, a little bit wackier, okay? You guys are even more creative than I am, so I cannot wait to see all your imaginative ideas. I am just going to tell you your challenge X, and then you can get started. So, can you go back and improve one of your descriptions like yesterday? Use a simile or alliteration or metaphors or personification. That's something that we're going to be working on in spring term personification. Okay, have a great English lesson, and I will see you for maths. Bye, year 4.